Mr. Jackson here. Hopefully a very short video regarding something else that I just recently encountered with Microsoft Forms. I'm going to do my best to document what's going on. So yesterday, actually over the weekend, I went to put in grades, and this is what I observed. And I had noticed this last week. I figured it was just a glitch. So the children had this shape of time form to do for homework. A Friday in-class checkup was an in-class assignment. As you can see, there are no responses here for the homework assignment, and only 47 responses for the in-class work. Let me show you the homework assignment. Okay, these are my settings. This is a quiz, and I follow this, what Mr. McGrampa said. So I did meet with him, and then I subsequently met with Dr. Mercadal and Principal Aldrich. Went over everything with them. So these are my settings here for the shape of time. I'm going to go back to the Friday in-class checkup. Settings are the same, and responders are able to go back and edit and correct answers. That was a request that some parents have made. They need that for SPED. So the in-class check has 47 responses. Let's go and deal with one form at a time. So for the shape of time, what I did, let me double check. So shape of time, responses, nothing here. Go back, Friday in-class checkup, 47 responses. I can review my answers. The kids' names are there. As you can see, the children's names are not alphabetized. I do not have the option here to download it to a spreadsheet, so I cannot do any type of data check. I can only individually look at students' responses by clicking on every student. Okay, so that's what I did with that. I can open this in Excel, but we'll hold off on that for just a moment. So let me go back to Teams. So what I did for Teams, as Mr. McGrath explained, I went to Assignments. I created my assignment from a quiz. I selected my shape of time. I clicked on Next and went through that. So I'm going to exit out of this. I'm going to open up this shape of time. Hopefully it will work this time. And it seems to be a glitch with that. So I'm going to reload Teams. And while that is working, I'm actually going to continue and show you what I needed to show you before. So not maxing out on memory, so that's not a concern right now. Okay, so with the form, and I'm going to show you focused on so in class, shape of time, no responses. No responses. I can't open anything in Excel. There's nothing there. No questions are there. So I'm going to go back to Forms, and then I'm going to open up the Friday in-class checkup. And let me relaunch Teams first. So while that is loading, I'm going to go to my in-class checkup. So again, I'm right here in Google Chrome right now, looking at the Microsoft form. So I have 47 responses. I can review my answers. Yeah, again, the kids' names are all here. They're not alphabetized, so I can't do any type of data check. I can look at my questions and how many people responded. Actually, not interesting. How many responses from each class? I didn't realize this. So pretty much no one. And review next. Okay, so I can review the questions bit by bit, and that's that. Go back, I can open up in Excel. Opening this up in Excel, I get that. And gives me an option to download the file, which I'm going to do. I'm going to open that file up. Here we go. So this is a spreadsheet. Normally things will just be sorted by email and not sorted, I have their last names and first names here. I don't have any way to sort by class. So what I've done is I've added those options. So students have to put in their section. And so I can go ahead and sort manually, because I do have those options. Range contains column labels. I can back and I can sort by, obviously, by section first, and then by last name, or by last name. And that will magically resort. So there I have my kids' last names, their section numbers, and total points in the quiz. So the quiz did some grading, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and freeze that first line. Freeze first row. And I can look at their answers, spot trends, and that. Okay, so that's that. So this was the in-class check-in. Now, the way that I got this is that I clicked on share, copied the link, and I posted it into the team chat. Again, for the Friday in-class checkup, I copied the link, and then I posted it into the team's chat, because that's what other teachers were doing. When you copy the link and you post it into the team's chat, the children are in class. They don't need to leave the class to go to assignments. They just click on that link and do their work and click submit, and they're right there. But I only got 40-something responses. I came back to Teams. For that, I have 18 students in Chevron who appear to have turned it in. For Amazon, go to my assignments. I have 19 students. So 18 plus 19 is 37. Go back to Nike, view assignments, and I have 21. 37 plus 21 equals 58. And if I go back here to Google and I look at my number of responses, it's 47 here, but 58 total, and that's just 3 classes. So what I realized is that I had, per Mr. Nevrapa, posted this quiz as an assignment in this Friday in-class check, because obviously students are absent, they get bounced out, they need to have access to the form. Our SPED students need extra time. What I realized is that for the link that was pasted into forms, those responses are available here, and I can open up those responses in Excel. For the children who went to Microsoft Teams assignments and clicked, their responses went someplace else. So here is a weekly in-class checkup. There are their scores, which of course are not correct, and we all are aware that Forms makes mistakes in scoring. So I can now open this up in Forms, or I can come here and export to Excel. So let's export the results of this into Excel. It's downloading. Downloading is not downloaded yet. I'm going to go back to my downloads folder. I'm going to find that file. Where are you? Oh, here we go. It's staring in the face. So I'm going to now open this. And what do you see? Very, very different from that spreadsheet. It looks as if everyone got a perfect score, 50 points. And if I sort this list by column labels, let's just do last name, I have 28 students. This is my whole class. So this is for Nike. Okay. It's Nike. Okay. Not everyone turned in their work. Even if it says turned in, there may be nothing there. So that's that. So in order for me to see these actual scores, I need to now open in Forms, which is going to take me to a different browser, just neither here nor there. This is where I am again. This is Nike. So Microsoft Teams has added this Nike. I can review them. Okay, so Quentin, Christian's responses. I can go back. I can review my answers. And then I can open up in Excel with LibreOffice. And then I get my answers. As I can see, the total points is very, very different. So now this is a lot to digest. So if we post a form into the chat for in-class use to keep students in Teams and avoid them having to go elsewhere, those results are going to be posted here at the website. If we post it as an assignment, they're not available here. They go someplace else. And you have to go through multiple steps to get those. So we'll have to be sorting through 2 separate spreadsheets every single assignment in order to accurately grade. So that is what I realized over the weekend. So let me go back to Forms. And again, the ones that don't have any answers to that with the shape of time, that works perfectly fine, as Mr. Rampa explained. Let me go back here. Actually, it's shape of time. Okay, I can mouse go to my assignments. Okay, click on shape of time. Again, I can click on any individual student. Again, everything stays within Teams as it should. And I can look at his responses, but I cannot do any type of aggregate results. I can close this. Again, if I try to open this up in Excel, downloaded. This should be Chevron. I don't see that. Let me go to my downloads again. Oh, here we go. Chevron. Open it up. and I get that spreadsheet. Everyone got a perfect score. They didn't. That's a whole class list. I open up in Forms. That's one click. I go back, 2 clicks. I open in Excel, 3 clicks, 4 clicks, and there. Aha, total points. Whole different story, only 22 students. And then I can delete my columns and do my aggregate checks to see, what student, are there any trends. And doing this, I actually did notice some interesting trends and huge opportunities for reteaching. So that is all that I have. I know this is a lot, but if folks are doing things properly and trying to make things good for the parents and students, I'm not the only one who's run into this situation. Hopefully not. I'm going to go ahead and stop my screen sharing. And thank you very much for your time. Please let me know, and I'm more than happy to sit in with you all and run through this with you.